but they've got nothing on Joe Biden.
If we had a box of all the foreign money the Bidens took, it would have reached to the ceiling.
Yeah. This is not a serious inquiry. This is not a serious hearing.
Hunter Biden referred to access to his father as the keys to his family's only asset. Those words are going to come back and haunt Hunter Biden.
The only thing the president can be guilty of here is being a father.
This image shows an email between Hunter Biden and his business associates stating the setup of equity in a Chinese-owned energy venture. Who else was getting a cut? According to this email, 10% was going to the big guy.
This is an embarrassment. An embarrassment to the time and people of this country.
Oh, man. You know, the judge, we had to endure the walls closing in every day with just stupid accusations about Trump. Nothing about him comes close to a $250,000 bribe being delivered to Joe's house. I get it. That's where Hunter lived because he had to pay his alimony. He's a middle-aged man. He could find an apartment. This isn't a smoking gun. It's a smoking howitzer.
Well, not only can he find an apartment, for all that money, he should be able to buy a house.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what's amazing about this? Look, this is an impeachment inquiry, all right? You don't blow the wad or the witness at the inquiry, okay? What you do is you wait till the trial. You don't allow anybody to be impeached or cross-examined. You just present the minimal amount of evidence you need to. Look, here's the bottom line on this. What did Hunter Biden do after there was a request from Burisma? Within 5 days, first of all, he immediately calls his dad. Within 5 days, his dad gets on a plane, flies to Ukraine, and says, get rid of the prosecutor, ends up leveraging our tax dollars to get rid of the prosecutor on a company where his son's making a fortune, and puts in a new prosecutor who drops the charges against Zolchevsky, who gave him $5 million. I mean, come on. But look, there is a point at which they have to admit there's something here, because if you're going to impeach Donald Trump for making a phone call to say, what was Joe doing over there that we keep hearing about Ukraine? And now all of a sudden we know what's going on in Ukraine. Oh, that's nothing. It's pathetic.
You know, Shannon, this is worse than Watergate. And actually, I mean that, because that's what CNN said every day about anything Trump did. But in this case, this is worse than Watergate. He had a bribe delivered to his house. He denied knowledge of these business dealings. God knows what he was doing in Ukraine.
Well, think about what we wouldn't know. If we didn't have the two IRS whistleblowers that came forward, if the House GOP didn't win the election and have subpoena power and ability to call witnesses, there's a lot we wouldn't know. And there may be nothing terrible at the end of this road, but when the White House has to keep changing its story about didn't know anything about it, oh, yes, did have dinner, didn't have conversations, yes, knows these people, there are pictures of them, it gives the appearance that there's more we don't know about this whole thing. So, I mean, one of the witnesses this morning said the way to examine whether this is a legitimate inquiry or not is to flip the names and parties. Would you think that this is legit if it was the other way around? Now, I think that witness was talking about that in the context of sort of defending the Bidens, saying what happened on January 6th was something different. But if you do this, if you have wire transfers involving Donald Jr. or somebody else and these business things that Trump said he never went to and then we find out he went, I do think Democrats would feel differently about this. I mean, it's very much a Rorschach test how you feel about all of this evidence that's coming out.
Well, let's go to a Democrat. I suppose you think, Jessica, this is a nothing burger.
Sure. That feels like an outdated term because we've been using it for a while, but nothing burger feels just fine to me.
Well, you know, I'm mailing it in today.
I could tell from your A block answer. So 2 things before I get to today, just clarification. You don't drop a wire transfer off at a house like a gold bar, like Bob Menendez would get. It is a wire transfer. It wasn't a ton of cash that showed up. Also, the Viktor Shokin story. Everybody watch former Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko on Sunday talking to Brian Kilmeade about this, where he completely destroyed the narrative that Viktor Shokin was helping the Bidens in any way. I would highly recommend that. So for the impeachment inquiry today, first of all, James Comer and the Republicans were unprepared for this. There were a number of rules questions that Jamie Raskin and AOC were asking, procedural, which he didn't know how to deal with, which is just embarrassing if you're a chair of committee. There were no fact witnesses and there was no new evidence. And to set the table, there's a new NBC poll out that says that 56% of Americans are not interested in this. But you know what they are interested in? Keeping the government open. And that's why there were government shutdown clocks. If you are, and I understand, Judge, you say, you don't shoot your wad or whatever analogy on the first day, but if you were to pick 3 witnesses to sit there, would you want 2/3 of them to shoot a hole in your argument? Jesse would have been a better witness for this than Jonathan Turley or Dubinsky. Turley said, I do not believe that the current evidence would support articles of impeachment. Dubinsky says more information needs to be gathered before I can make that assessment.
But that's the whole point.
Preemptively, I know what you're going to say. It's an inquiry.
Point.
That's different.
But then, okay. First of all, you usually lead with your strongest argument. But secondly, they haven't asked for anything new. The whole point of this was, I have more subpoena power. I'm going to get more information. But they just presented the same old BS talking points. GOP aides freaking out, talking to reporters, saying things like, this is an unmitigated disaster. And picking witnesses that refute House Republicans' arguments for impeachment is mind-blowing.
I remember none of this stuff would have mattered if this were Trump.
Right.
She would be,
Is
you'd
that
be
the defense,
completely
though?
opposite. That's
No,
what's so
I wouldn't.
comical about
No,
this.
but
This is
is that-
so funny. I'm enjoying this.
Then
I don't
can they
even-
both be guilty?
What?
Then they're both?
No. Biden's going to jail. Trump's going to be president.
Oh,
Jesse.
Wow.
All right, so Jessica says there's no new evidence. Well,
I complimented you, though. I said you should be a
Okay, well, it
witness.
doesn't let you off the hook, because here's the new evidence they presented. An email from Jim Biden to Hunter Biden.
Oh, the doctored one?
No.
Yeah.
I can work with your father alone. So there goes the I was never in business with my son, because not only were you in business with your son, you were in business with your
I'm so
brother.
glad you brought that up. So that
Really?
came from Byron Donalds, and then
Okay.
AOC had the full quote of what happened, and he wasn't talking about working with.
I have the full quote, too.
No, you don't.
I have the full
I've
quote,
written down
too.
so much more than you. It's astonishing.
Okay, Jessica, I don't need to write it down because I know it cold. You guys have no defense. All you do is get up there at these hearings and throw papers around and make it a big subject of ridicule. No one on the Democratic side, nor you, has ever addressed the evidence. You've never addressed the photographs, the wires, the text messages, the emails, the meetings, all of the actions that the Biden family has taken and all of the money that is poured into the Biden family bank accounts. You've never defended it once. All you say is, no evidence.
No.
And that's not going to fly, and the Republicans are taking this methodically, and you're going to get there. And you can pull your hair out as much as you want. Eventually, you're going to have to address the facts.
I would never touch my hair like that. And we do address the facts. We say if Hunter is guilty of something,
Not
if
about
Joe
Hunter.
is guilty, it
About
is.
Joe. Everybody knows it.
But the evidence doesn't
Walls
say
are
that.
closing in,
That's the
Jessica.
whole
I always wanted to
point.
say that. Okay.
The walls are closing
The
in.
walls are closing in.
Shaking in my booties.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.